Everybody, it is Nicole, and I am going to be recording another Quietly Crafting. This one is going to be letting you watch me glaze a couple of items. A couple of the items are going to be the two baby dragons that I poured on my last live, so I'll show that to you. And then the dragon egg, and then the Hawaii mold, and then I'll also show you the oval tray that I poured the extra resin in and just used the black so you can see what that came out like. And then what I'm going to be doing then is I'm going to be glazing the covers to the Dragon Eye booklet, along with the and I'm hoping that I'm not going to make too big of a mess, but the baby dragon, and then the egg, because it has the mica powder, and I am not sure if it's going to come off if you were to touch it. So plus it will make it nice and shiny. So I've already done one side of the dragon cover, so that's already done. It's been cured with the UV resin. So you're gonna watch me attempt at glazing the scaly side of the cover, so which will take a bit longer, along with the baby dragons. So I'm going to pause you for a minute. I'll show you what the the baby dragons, I've already sanded them down, and then the tray, what they came out looking like, and then then you will then watch me glaze everything. So this is another quiet crafting video, so you can opt to watch the video and do your own thing. And I know that some people wanted it to be closer. The hard thing about being closer is that it may distort the pixelization of the picture, because I use my phone for making my videos, so the quality of the video may not be as great. So I don't want to necessarily sacrifice the quality of the video to get necessarily as close as possible, because the arm, when it folds down to the 45-degree angle, only goes so far. So first I'm going to pause it. I'll show you what the egg, the tray, and the baby dragons look like, and then we'll get to glazing. And again, like I said, it's just going to just be minimal talking, just a relaxing video of you watching me glaze, so you can see another step of how I do my resin. So I'm going to pause it right now, and then show you what came out, and then pause it again, and then we'll go into the glazing. Okay, so I'm going to show you, actually I forgot that I did pour that Hawaii mold, so I'm going to show that to you as well. And then I glazed the heart that's going to be a part of, or that was for the giveaway, that I will be I'm going to try to draw today, which today is Tuesday. Actually, no, I take that back, because the giveaway ends today. So I'll be drawing for it tomorrow, because today I made this like note for myself that I need to do some things that I need to take care of, and that I cannot make any excuses as to why I can't do them. So I have sanded and glazed the heart. If you remember, this is the heart for the prize, so this is done. And then the baby dragon, so if you remember, I did a fire and ice dragon. So the baby dragons, this is the fire one, and I went ahead and I've already sanded all of like everything out from, you know, so all the details are there. So if you can see there how it came out. And then this is the ice one. So this is what they look like together. They're like little baby dragon twins, I guess, like fraternal twins. And then this is the dragon egg. And yes, this is all solid resin. So if you can see how I painted the gold chameleon powder, and then I used the alcohol ink. And I love the way it came out. You can see some of that sparkle, and then I've got gold flake in it as well, and it's all kind of suspended. And so and I plan on selling it, so it would be a set where you would get the two dragons and the egg together. I don't know what the price point is going to be yet, because obviously it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of resin. And then this is the Hawaii tray. I haven't glazed the inside, so you'll be able to watch me glaze the inside of this as well. And then I am going to be trying to do my best to glaze the front of this. So this is going to be a challenge because of all of the scales and the details. So hopefully I'll be able to get it done so that it comes out nicely and nice and smooth and shiny. So again, this is a quiet crafting segment. Grab whatever project you're working on, if it's a crochet project, if it's a knit project, or whatever it is, and you know, sit down and relax, and you can kind of I'll comment here and there while I do this, and I will try to zoom in as much as I can. But like I said, I don't want to zoom in too much because it may distort the picture. But as far as the cover, I'm not going to zoom in because the cover is fairly large, so you'll be able to see the detail. And then, so this is, I've already glazed the inside of the back cover, and so now I just need to do this side. So that's what I'll be doing for that. And then since I had some extra resin when I did the pour, I put in the alcohol ink, and I originally had the black like kind of spotted throughout the tray, and this is how it came out. So I think it came out pretty awesome the way it moved. So so yeah, this one I probably it's actually pretty smooth, so it doesn't need really any glazing at all. I may just glaze the bottom. I haven't maybe, yeah, just the bottom, but otherwise I think it came out fantastic. So yeah, you can choose to watch the video since it's going to be a longer one, and hopefully I don't make too much of a mess. And yeah, if this is not your kind of video, you are more than welcome to click off, because yeah, it is definitely going to be a longer one. So like I said, I'm going to be glazing the front cover, back cover of the dragon book, and then the baby dragons, the Hawaii tray, and then the egg, and then the 2 baby dragons, because they all have the chameleon powders. And if I don't, then more than likely, I'm pretty sure they're gonna come off. So enough of the jibber jabbering. I'm going to hit pause, move the camera so that you can see what I'm working on, and we'll go from there. All right, so I already have poured out some of the UV resin. I don't measure it out. I just kind of glob on what I think I need, and I use a popsicle stick to move the resin into the spots that I need. So, and then this is the, let's see, can you see it? This is the resin that I use. Oh, hold on. It's called Mr. Resin. It's a Japanese brand. It's slightly on the expensive side, but this is the one that I like, and I cure it outside. I don't cure it under a lamp. You don't have to cure it outside. I just find that I get a better even hardening of the resin if I do it outside, or you can put it up next to the window, an open or a window where the sun comes through, because it cures with the UV rays. So if you're looking for a lamp to use for it, you need to make sure that it's a UV lamp, or like a UV flashlight. Something like this, and you'll and it's purple when you turn it on, so it's kind of like a black light. So like I said, I've already globbed on some resin. I just kind of poured it all over, and I'm just moving it to the edges of the cover and filling in all the little details as I go along. I think the hardest part is going to be the eye. I do like these segments because they are really relaxing, and I also don't have to do a whole lot of talking, and it also I don't know about you guys, but it's really soothing. Because I'm imagining it's like you and I hanging out like in your living room or your craft room, wherever it is, and you're working on your thing, I'm working on my thing, and maybe you have the TV on or maybe some music in the background. Obviously I can't have the TV or well, the TV is on, but it's not on very loud because of copyright issues. But it's meant to be very relaxing, no pressure. Also, once I get all the things that I need cleared off my plate, I will be putting some things up for sale. But I want to make sure that the things that I have to do like today and then of course tomorrow gets done first before I add any more things to my plate, because I'm already feeling really overwhelmed. So I'm just adding a little bit more because don't have quite enough. And if it's shaking, I apologize. It's just me having to move the resin around. Try to move this here so you can see better. Oh, and so for those of you who don't know me, I forgot to put see something. So for those of you who maybe are new to my channel, my name is Nicole. This is part of what I do. I pour resin items, I do yarn hauls, I make mystery boxes, I do live resin pours, and then I also talk about mental health, mental wellness, self-care, and the importance of self-care, because I also have mental illnesses, and how, you know, we should talk about these things because it's important, and that this is a safe space for those of you who may deal with things like this. I also talk about chronic illnesses because I have fibromyalgia along with other things, and chronic pain. So, and then it all kind of, I try to tie it all in together with art therapy, which is what this is. So yeah, so this is my channel. I like to do a lot of different things. This is a new segment which I think some people like. It's a little longer, but I think sometimes when you know, you don't always have to feel like you have to like chat through the whole like video and stuff. I've been hearing people say that it's nice to have that quiet time, and recognize that that's something that's important. So I enjoy this because I find it extremely soothing. So I have several other segments that I'm going to be doing this with, as far as crafting, maybe some cooking, stuff like that. So hopefully this doesn't take too long and it doesn't kill my phone battery, because like I said, I do the filming on my phone. So when this is done, which it's getting there, I will move on to the baby dragons, then the egg, which will be interesting because I've already done the bottom of the egg. But it'll be interesting to see how the rest of the egg is gonna turn out. When I glaze it, it's probably gonna be a complete mess, but I think it needs to be done. I'll just have to make sure I put a very thin layer of the UV resin on it so it doesn't spill too much onto this mat. This is a silicone mat because resin does not stick to the mat. It's just that, and I know this mat is like crazy all over the place with what's on it, but I always say, if you're a clean crafter, are you really crafting? Usually crafters are pretty messy, so like to, when I'm glazing like this, to look at it sideways to make sure that I've gotten it as smooth as I can get it. I'm just trying to get the glaze into all the nooks and crannies here. Oh, and some people have said maybe I could like read books on segments like this. So I'd have to find non-copyrighted books. So I don't know. I'd have to Google non-copyrighted books that would be interesting to read, because I would totally do that. You guys can listen to me read like a particular book that maybe, you know, I find interesting or whatever, and you can turn it on and like, you know, if it helps you fall asleep, kind of like the Calm app, where they have, where people are like reading stories, and you can turn it on and let it run while I read the story to you, and hopefully that'll help you fall asleep if you have difficulty falling asleep. Some people say that they I have a soothing voice, which I think is funny, but I'm just trying to get this eye, because I see that there's some spots that are empty, but it's not cooperating. We're getting there. And I'm actually planning on making another dragon cover to sell. So haven't decided on the color scheme quite yet, but it'll be another one of the where what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it as the painting of the chameleon powder as the quiet crafting portion, and then I'll do a live of the resin pour and then I will do the quiet crafting of this, the glazing portion. Just gonna take a look and see what it looks like. And this particular mold, I think it took about 13 fluid ounces of resin. It took a lot of resin. So this piece is what I would say is a big resin eater, but it's really, I think, one of the best pieces I've made so far. Definitely a stunner. I'm gonna turn it to see, make sure I get the eyelid here. And what I do is, if I see that I've got some pooling of the resin, I just move some of it so that I don't have to pour out any more. But if anybody is interested in buying the cover that I make, the second one, depending on how I make it, once it's finished, please let me know. I'll announce and post it in a video and stuff like that, so you'll know the price points. Because at that time I will also be posting mystery boxes. I'm going to be making premium mystery boxes, and there aren't going to be very many. And so when I say premium, that means you know, it's gonna have like Hobie yarn, sheep geese, Cascade, Stanley yarns, stuff like that in it. So it's gonna be more of the higher end yarns. And if I have any hand dyed stuff, I'll put hand dyed stuff in there too. Because I want to kind of clear out what I have so that I can kind of see, I guess maybe kind of start over again. And then it'll also help bring in a little extra cash to help pay for more yarn that I buy from the places that I like to buy from. Like, I like to buy from Artisan Therapy, which is based in Canada, Dots Yarn Den. They have really great sheep geese mystery bags. Where else? Of course, Hobie. So it looks like, I think, okay, so I think that's done. All right, so now we're gonna do this guy. And try not to make too much of a mess, because he's not that big. And the chances of spilling on the sides is very, very high. So Try to see if I can get this guy in the camera so you can see him. Just need a little bit more, just on his tail. Put on the leg and I'm gonna push it down. See if I can. Need a little bit more. Hold on a second here. Clear this off. Just some of the resin there. So I'm just gonna hold it with the paper towel. See if I can. I always have a problem with. I'm gonna pull the camera up just a little bit. You can see. Nice and glazed. Wipe some of the excess. There. That guy a I'll work on this guy. Then what I'll do is once I've glazed what I need to glaze, I will move this mat along with the pieces outside to cure. And this part is always messy. And since I've never worked with these molds, it's hard to like gauge what, because the scales are on the sharp side, but if I shave them down, you end up losing all of that detail. And so it's like, do I shave them down or do I not? I decided not to, because whoever gets this, you're gonna end up with no scales on the back at all. If if somebody is wanting to buy one of these pieces, it's gonna be where I'm gonna have to shave all of these scales off. And that would be kind of pointless. Because I see, like, if you were to buy the pair together along with the egg, that they would be laying next to each other like this. And I wouldn't think you would want to lose that detail of the scale. So this guy is just about done. And then I'm going to glaze the Hawaii tray. And then I'll glaze the egg. I'm gonna get some rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol sometimes helps. the surface of my mat and the bottom. Okay, so now we're going to do this one. Like I said, I just glob on what I think I need, and then I move the resin. I'm gonna move the camera closer here. And I push the glaze up the sides, and then I will put it on the lip of the piece as well. And then the last thing that I need to glaze is the back cover of the dragon book, and then it'll be all done and I can move all these pieces outside to cure, and I can start working on packing up the prizes and getting them ready to go. I believe I have everybody's information. It's just a matter of making sure I have boxes and poly bags. Make sure I got all the edges and the lip. Okay, so I think that's good. Now, I think I might save the for last, as that is going to be a challenge. So this is the back cover. Turn the camera a little bit. I just need a thin coat. I'm just moving it to the edge first. Just to see how much I'll need more of. This shouldn't take too long. Trying to get this as smooth as I can. Here goes the egg. We're going to use some of the excess from here. And I can tell you, taking the egg out of the mold was so hard. It took me a good 5 or 10 minutes just to get it out. Just remember, the bottom is already glazed. So I'm just gonna put a really thin layer of glaze on the sides using the excess from here. And putting it on here. All right, so I think that's it. Now I've just got to move everything outside to be cured, and then we're all done. I can put the booklet back together and ship stuff out. So I hope everybody enjoyed this. I did. It was very calming, and I will be having more of these segments. I know that everybody seems to enjoy the quietness of doing stuff like this. So like I said, I have other things that I want to do as well. So just keep an eye out for the segments when I put them out. So until next time, I will talk to everybody later. Bye.